Self-esteem. It is such a huge issue that many of us deal with in many different ways, and it can cause us so many different problems in life. I'm going to show you how to heal your self-esteem issues using these 3 jars. By finding internal wealth and happiness. Here we go. Alright, so how does self-esteem have anything to do with a couple jars of water sitting in front of me? Well, I'm about to show you. And first I want to say that I got this idea because I had a talk with somebody in my family, and I actually used this analogy, this visualization, to describe some self-esteem issues that were going on. And I'm a deep transformational coach, and a lot of times I deal with self-esteem issues. And I understand how plaguing it is for our life, because we all, if our focus is off, we have some sort of esteem issue going on inside of us, and we may not even know about it. And sometimes we're unhappy in life, but we don't even want to admit that it's because of our own perception on ourselves. So, I hope this visualization sends you some understanding and a little bit of humor, and I hope we don't take this too seriously. Because this is life. It's beautiful, and it's meant to be beautiful, and we have to change to make it beautiful sometimes. So let's start, shall we? This jar. This is you. This is me. This is the person watching this video. Okay? This blue jar is you with low self-esteem. Low energy about self, low self-love, don't feel good. Empty. Okay? This is other people. Now their jars, I have too much water in that jar. Let's do this. This is other people. Okay? This is other people in the world. A lot of people in the world, not everyone, I'm just saying. But normally when the person with low self-esteem, there can be found a lot of people with 3/4 empty jars. Okay? And this big, full picture over here, this is the universe. This is love. This is the infinite beyond all. The all is in the all, and the all is in the all. And that's an ancient esoteric saying, meaning everything is inside of the all, the big capital A, and the all, capital A, all, is in everything. So, this is the infinite well of water. Okay? So, we have low self-esteem issues. I'm empty. And this is why we have low self-esteem issues. So, people with low self-esteem issues, in general, other than you, they're looking for more water. Okay? And every now and then, everybody gets a little bit of water from the infinite well. Maybe when they sleep at night, they're going to feel a little better, or maybe, something good happens to them in their life and they get a little bit of water. It's very natural. Look, this well of water wants to keep giving, okay? But what happens? Why does this keep getting empty? Well, these people here, all they want to do is they want to keep taking more water. So what happens is they drink all their water up. Now they're empty. Now they're really sucking people dry. And now this person here with low self-esteem, right, is a loving, kind person with but they don't have any self-esteem. They don't feel good about themselves. They keep giving more water away. And then this person's like, oh. And then this person's like, oh man, I still am not, life isn't good. I don't know why I'm not happy. Anger starts filling in. Unhappiness starts filling in. Confusion, feeling out of control starts filling in. A lot of empty feelings fill an empty cup. Okay? But instead of looking to this infinite well of water, this person here, instead of connecting with this, they keep looking at this, okay? Now, what happens is this person really gives away all their water. Okay? And these are the people that just, let's call them energy vampires. All right? They just keep sucking you dry no matter what you do, no matter what you do, no matter what you do, no matter how much you give. You are going to feel drained all the time because you are seeking for an outside filling. You are trying to find something outside of yourself. The only way to look inside is to do work, a practice, and take time out of your life to actually do it. And when you connect to the infinite well of life within you, then you start filling up from this. But until that point, now we got people like this, right? Now we got people that are upside down and they're all sorts of backwards. All right? This is when stuff really starts to get crazy. All right? Life is just, no matter what you do in life, you feel like you are banging your head against the wall. Got you. Believe it or not, I was there. I was at this point. All right? I really was. And you don't realize how shitty you feel about yourself, and you don't even realize that you're actually feeling shitty about yourself. Everything you do in life just isn't happy, and it just kind of sucks. Every now and then you get a smile on your face, but when you lay your head down at night to go to sleep, what is your reality? Are you laying down with a bubbly little smile on your face? Or are you laying down at night like dull? Are you laying down at night like ugh? Or are you laying down at night not looking forward to the next day? But this is what happens when we're upside down. Okay? We put ourselves upside down. Yes, there's a lot of reasons that we can feel certain things. Past childhood is a huge place to start for self-esteem issues. Goodness gracious, if you have low self-esteem issues, look into your past relationships, but also a first place to start is your childhood. We have religion that beats us down in the ground, making us feel like we're a sack of dirt that God just wants to smush into some sort of mold, right? It doesn't make us feel good. We have a lot of times parents that didn't have self-esteem issues themselves, or they had self-esteem issues themselves, and it's just put onto us. So we have to understand that we are an accumulation of every single choice we've ever made in our life, and we're also an accumulation of every choice our parents ever made in their life. And this actually dates all the way through our ancestors, but let's just look at our parents, okay? And then we have our upbringing as a child and so on. So, now we're here, okay? And life keeps trying to say, hey, turn back upside down. Hey, I want to give you some water. And then this is what happens. Oh, I spilled. Oh, I spilled. Oh, I keep spilling. What am I going to do? Well, this person doesn't even know that they're upside down because they're not doing anything in their life to try to get right side up again. Okay? And at this point in our life, when we are completely upside down, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of strength to turn that around and get back into the receiving mode. Not receiving, receiving mode. Okay? When we're in the receiving mode, we can receive. When we're not in the receiving mode, we spill everywhere, no matter what's given to us. Family, friends, whoever can give us help, it's not going to do anything. Okay? So, sometimes life will send us some sort of event to go, boom, knock us over this way. And then we're like, oh shit, I'm hurt or something happened. I'm either going to go back into this or I can get the message and turn back into receiving mode. But personal experience here, life will force you all the way around. In fact, this right here can sometimes be the meaning and the purpose of our entire existence on planet Earth. Once we're in the receiving mode, these people are still going to be here. These people are never going away because we're all in this together. We are all in this journey together. These people are always going to exist, and the people that understand this are always going to exist. So here's what happens when we get to here again, and we start to receive from this infinite well This never-ending, beautiful consciousness and love that wants to fill you every second of every single day. And all we have to do is allow it in. Now, what happens is when we're full, we are then in a place to be able to start giving. We are then in a place to be able to handle people like this. And what can happen is this person needs some water. You give them some water. And what happens? This person is going to go drink it again. And they're going to want more water from you. But you're wiser this time. You're going to say, you know what? I just gave you some water. I'm going to wait until you put yourself into the receiving mode. And then this person might have to go through this process. And when this person's back around, then you give them water and you kind of ignite the process. And then they turn into the receiving mode and they're so grateful for the water. And then they accept the water little by little. Their self-esteem starts to rise. And your self-esteem now is strong and it's growing. And you realize the infinite love, God being that you are. Who cares what anyone has ever said to you and where you've ever looked for self-worth? All of that, it doesn't matter. All of that has been programmed into you. If you were born on an island by yourself with no one to ever tell you anything, you would have no self-esteem issues. You would not be like, oh, you know what? I'm having a bad day. So you're going to talk to a tree, and you're going to say, I'm having a bad day. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel good. I was told I wasn't worthy my whole life. People around me are driving me insane. I'm fat. I'm over. Whatever it is, however you talk to yourself with low self-esteem. Okay? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter your past or what anyone has ever said to you. It does not matter what the world thinks of you. And I know these words are easier said than done, and these words are easier said than heard sometimes, but you are an infinite, beautiful person, loved by the creation itself, which is why you are created. And when you start to tap into that it does not matter what anyone thinks of you, you will receive and fill your cup. And when your cup is full, you can mold yourself into whatever you want yourself to be. It does not matter. If you want to look, feel, or do a particular thing or look a certain way or whatever it is, you can do it, because when your cup is full, think of it as like powers. You can help, and your extension and your water is so much more valuable than giving people all the last little drips and drops that you have in your cup. Because this water is the essence of who you are. And when you give from a full cup, there's so much more essence in the water that you give. It's more impactful, more powerful, more healing, more unity, more conscious. So every now and then you have to really focus and set time out of your day to allow yourself to keep being full, to keep being filled up. And when you notice that when you allow your cup to be full, you're going to notice other people's cups start to fill up. And it's so cool because you hear that dribble. You actually start to hear that in other people's lives. And you're going to look across the way and you're going to hear this in other people's lives. And you're going to know this is happening and that they're actually receiving and they're working hard, and every now and then they lose some water, and then every now and then you're going to reach over and be like, "Hey, I got something for you." And they're going to be like, they're going to light on fire, and now they're just going to be full. And then you're going to go back into your life, and you are going to be able to fill back up to the brim again because you give yourself time and you love yourself, and the esteem in your life is high enough that you grant yourself permission to have a full cup. And this is the simplest way that I can describe it to you. If we do not take care of ourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually, we will not be happy, we will not have high self-esteem, and issues are always going to be there. But would you rather deal with issues and traumas and the world from a place of a full cup or an empty cup? You change the world one cup at a time, and it starts with you. Take care, my family. I'm speaking to you from a man that put himself into a place where his cup was completely empty and upside down. And I was granted the grace and permission in my life I was able to use some tools to flip myself back around and fill my cup up again. And I can't even tell you how rewarding and amazing it is to grant yourself permission and realize what and who you are, that you deserve to have a full cup, no matter what it takes. Granted, it might take others some time, a little bit longer, depending on what's on your plate. But the momentum, the receiving mode, the most important thing. Now I'm emptying this on purpose here. Okay? The most important aspect out of this whole thing that I've been saying is to do this on your own and to realize when we are here and to bring ourselves back into the receiving mode. When we receive, when we understand we want to fill this with this and not all other stuff, and some people, they even try to get this. That's how empty their cup is. So I grant you so much love, motivation, peace, excitement, happiness. Please tell me, comment down below, subscribe. I want to know what you think about this. I want to know if it helped you. And I want to know how you feel about this particular subject, self-esteem in the modern world. Fill yourself up. I love all of you very much.